Director of SSS, the former Inspector General of Police, the former NCDS CSG should all collaborate in ensuring we have a country first. No political party will go on a rally where the people you mobilize cannot return back to their home. For that, both APC, ADC, NDC, PDP, PRP, the Atikus, the obedient, the Kwakwasos, every one of us must speak in unity against insecurity. Yeah. That's what gave birth to hashtag Nigerians Unite Against Insecurity. As I'm talking to you now, the APC chairman in Kebbi State is in the hands of bandits. The state is governed by APC. As I am talking to you now, some people in the bush in the southwest from Oyo State, some of them are Muslim. You go to Borno State, those people being abducted and kidnapped by the bandits and Boko Harams are not only Christian, they don't have religion. They kidnap Muslims, they kidnap Christians, they kidnap traditional rulers. In this case, it is a crime against the nation. It is a crime against humanity. It is a crime against our future that the former leaders, the political leaders, the current leaders are keeping quiet on insecurity. We acknowledge the effort of security. We acknowledge the effort of the police. We acknowledge the effort of DSS. We acknowledge the effort of soldiers. We acknowledge the effort of NCDC and vigilantes and forest guard. But we want more. We want more. Until we have a country, you can't have a political party. Until you have a country, you can't have leaders. Until you have a country, you can't have senators. Until you have a country, you can't have a House of Rep members. If Nigeria is not safe, nobody will sit down here in the name of Senate President. Nobody will sit down here in the name of speakers. Nobody will sit down here in the name of Chairman House Committee. Why do we choose here? We choose here because it's a conglomerate of all Nigerians across 36 states, from Borno State to Benin-Kebbi, from Benin-Kebbi to Bayelsa, from Bayelsa to Lagos, Lagos to Oyo State, Kogi State, they are all represented in the National Assembly. They have NDC members, they have ADC members, they have APC members, they have PDP members. This cut across all Nigerians. Our message is clear. Let us unite against insecurity. Just like the comrade said, this does not start from today. Under Jonathan was only Boko Haram. When Buhari came in, the Northwest was seized and taken over. Bello Toji and Co was created. The North Central came fall under insecurity. Today, Tinubu is on the throne. The Southwest is facing kidnapping. Who knows if the next person comes, we may not even have a country. For that, it is very important. We secure our nation. We secure our sovereignty. And today, it is shameful that some citizens are even cooperating with bandits. They provide information to them. They even sell food to them. You hear what the senator from Kwara State said. A woman was selling akara, and he thought that the business was booming. He never knew it was a decoy to deceive them. Fellow Nigerians, every one of us is not safe unless we all stand up. It is therefore important to say something and say something. Policing alone is not enough. DSS alone is not enough. Military alone is not enough. Civil defense alone is not enough unless we are able to volunteer and provide security for them. We therefore call on all Nigerians to work alive. Our leaders, from the Ibrahim Babangida, General Absalom Abubakar, Peter Obi, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Tiwa Idayuma, etc. Let them speak up in unity, share ideas, collaborate with the ruling government. What do we do? Unless we have a country, there cannot be election. Unless we have a country, there cannot be rally. Unless we have a country, we can't be school. Today our schools are being targeted. Do you know why the school are being targeted? Now they are targeting the school, and we are here blaming ourselves. The federal government blame the state government blame the federal government, the Muslim blame the Christian blame the Muslim, the bandits come up with the Sharia law. They are all designed to divide us more. The more they divide us, the more we argue, the more they gain ground. What should we do? We must all unite in one accord. It's not about us saying we are members of ADC, we are members of APC. If you look at the lineup, it cuts across various political parties. Coalition of civil societies are here. Ethnic leaders are here. BBLI are here. So all are we doing? The more we are united here, the more we seek the unity of our leader. Thanks and God bless you.
Will take us out of what we are passing through currently. But I want to use this medium to call on Mr. President to mandate all his ministers, to mandate all top appointed governmental officials to go back to their community and keep their community safe first. Because it's like Abuja has become a hidden place for all of them. They don't even go home. So why would they even know what is going on? So it's the responsibility of all people that are in government, in position of authority, to visit their villages and make sure that they protect those villages before coming back. The IG of police came up with a very nice idea when he first came in, that all VIP securities should be withdrawn. We don't know if that policy is still there. It's a good initiative. It is good that they withdraw their security so that those security will be mounted on all those communities that are facing challenges currently.
All right, you mentioned about state police, which
Nigeria is a copycat nation. State policing is very effective in foreign land, especially in America. And when you check how Americans run our state police, they have strong judicial system. You can't have the state police without having a state prison. You can't have a state police without having appropriate state prosecutors. Has the government put in place all these things? Are the state governors ready to fund a prison? You know, anybody that you are taking to prison, you must feed that person. The federal government provide his feeding, provide everything that person needs. Are the state government ready to fund that very particular state policing? It's not about glamoring for state policing. Are you going to prosecute? Will a state prosecute person and give it to federal government? I don't know if you understand. It's something that they should allow citizens to participate. So there are areas that they are not thinking about. Some of us have a view to all these things on how it is done globally. So we cannot just come and play on how this thing is done in other places of the world. So it is important that they should sit down, state governors that are clamoring for this, especially for their political interest, to see how they are going to use state police to their personal interest, to see the constraint. You understand? The budgeting requirement for having a state police in the country.
Finally, is this work under an organization or this is
under the coalition of civil society organization?
Yes, partially no. You remember at the exceptions of the current DGDSS, he made a proposal that the community should be at the forefront of their own security, but it should be under the control of government apparatus like police and co. In the situations, the only power the bandit has over us is because they are with AK-47. Just as the comrade said, even if you have a state police today and you do not arm them properly, it is still a waste of time. Just as it happened in Kwara State, where the bandit disarmed the forest guard and went with their bike because they were not properly armed. And that's why we advocated that in creating the police, state police, forest guard, the proper training should be there, and they should work together with other security agencies over who is who, so that the arms shouldn't get into the wrong hand. Therefore, it is important. Defending yourself is part of law, and whatever you do to defend yourself, I think I support that.
Okay, so do you think your call will be heard? And if you're not heard, what actions do you plan on taking after this?
Yes, it should be heard. That is why we are here, to speak, to advocate, and to air the views, not just our own personal view, the view of Nigerians across the country. I don't know if you get it now. That is why we are here. Our voice must be heard, because their own strategies has not been effective. If it's been effective, for that, if it has been effective, there would have been security today. We are here because the insecurity persisted. And that's why we are saying it's not all of us. It's not one man business. You see something, you say something, and you do something. And when we say something, it's left for the government to act in line what we say. Comrade Nareko is here.
Your name, sir.
Austin Okaye. That is the idea of proving security or proving them openly is not done anywhere. I don't know if you get it now. The National Assembly has a way of going around it. If what they are giving them is not being adequately accounted for, there's nothing wrong in demanding for accountability. I don't know if you get it now. It's part of democracy. But I think the militaries are doing their best and they should be commended. What we need now is collaboration of all citizens. I don't know if you get it now. If the soldier come to your house, if a DSS come to your house or a police come to your house, and look for a culprit and you hide the culprit, what magic would they perform? For that, we are saying Nigerians should unite against terror. No, you put,